Welcome back. The Alexandria Student Association wrapped up its conference for the newly graduate engineers earlier this week with prizes for the projects of young electric engineers. And the conference was held at the Alexandria Biblioteca or Biblioteca Alexandrina in cooperation with a British educational organization to benefit most from the young people's projects. And in order to know more about this issue, we are very much delighted to have with us here in the studio Akrum Megahed. He is an engineering student. Good morning to you, Akrum.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Akram. Can you tell us more about integrating engineers by management? It's an event that was held recently. So tell us more about this event and the workshops that were held on the sidelines of it.
Yes, integrating engineers by management is an event held by IEEE Alexandria Student Branch. This year was the 4th edition of the event. The event main aim is to provide engineers with enough skills to make them able to carry their knowledge, their technical knowledge, into startups and small businesses. The event, through a series of workshops and sessions, provide management skills and entrepreneurship skills through lectures, and the speakers are entrepreneurs who are very successful. The attendees of the event are divided into a number of teams. These teams present their projects in front of the judges, and under judging criteria, there are 3 winning projects that are then went into prototyping phase. Then the winning teams will have their project into real life and to the market now.
Okay. The first prize went to Al Group, which innovated a method to utilize solar energy to generate power for mobile phones in public areas. Tell us more about this.
Yes, it was really a surprise because the Al team, they were all high school students. Their eldest member is senior 2. Mainly our event are for engineering students with technical knowledge. But these students have enrolled in another IEEE LXSB project, which is Protons. Their main idea is to rescue me, Al which is charging phones in malls and in public places, so that nobody's phone can go cut off. And
using solar energy?
Yes, using solar energy, and their idea was really smart, and they presented it very well.
Okay. Can you tell us about the other 2 ideas that won prizes in this event?
Yes, the 3rd place was for Atom,
yes.
Which is a 3D printing team. It uses plastics to print 3D objects instead of casting or shaping the material. No, it's prints whatever object you like. It prints it like printing a paper, but it's like printing a craft like this.
Yes.
And something. And the 2nd team was the EasyP, Easy Parking, which is a smart application for malls and public places to find parking easily, not to save fuel and save exhaust.
Yes.
So the mobile phone can guide you where to park your car easily and very fast.
Okay, I see that there were very smart ideas being presented, and they actually deserve to win prizes. But now the question is, how can we take it to the next level? How can these ideas come to real life? Did you try to use, for example, your mentors or your professors in order to attract investors or to convince multinational companies in order to implement these ideas?
Yes, actually, one of the event's main aims is to give this team mentorship and give them trainings for about 2 months to make them come out with a prototype which will attract the investors into buying their products and convert them into the real life.
So what are the programs sponsored by the IEEE?
There are various programs. One of them is ETM, of course. The other one is Protons, which is adapting the high school students and introducing them into engineering fields like home automation, robotics, and programming, making them coming out with an outcome like mobile phones, like mine-detecting robots. That's a long program. It lasts about a year. Other programs that we have as our biggest conference is Interacting with Today's World. It's the largest tech conference that happens, introducing the newest technology in telecom engineering and the communication and programming engineering.
And are you preparing for other events in the coming period to encourage engineers and students to make new innovations?
Yes, we have the just graduated event,
Yes.
which aims to guide the engineers into their way after graduating.
Yes.
It helps them to create their own job opportunities, and instead of just waiting for the vacancies, it makes them creative, not just a burden.
And how do you get the finance and the funds for all these conferences and events?
Well, mainly the places we book is not the Bibliotheca Alexandrina.
Yes.
It's more about cultural things and educational things, so we don't charge. But we attract sponsors, we talk to them, they adapt the idea.
And you find sponsors interested in such events and...
Yes, such an ideas that came in
yes.
EDM.
Yes.
With the previous EDMs also had very good projects, so it was very easy to attract sponsors. We show them what the previous versions have come out with. So it's really not really easy, but it's convenient for them because it's in the same scope of their interest.
And
Akram, have you ever thought about taking it to the global level? I mean, instead of you competing with each other, have you ever thought about forming a team that represents Egypt and compete with engineering students from around the world, from other universities?
Well, we of course had it in mind, but as Alexandria student branch, we serve the students of Alexandria only, but we prepare them, those who came out with the event. Our main goal is to prepare them to compete with other teams around the world, and which is very harder, compete with the real life products.
Yes.
so does the IEEE students have any international awards when they present these ideas? Well, not yet.
Not yet. As a student branch, we compete for ideas. We compete for the best activities, and we have a competition with other student branches to come out with the most creative and most efficient activity. But as for the team in EDM and this, no, I don't think so.
Okay. Akram, have you ever thought of involving the government in these projects? Because now you are talking to sponsors, you're talking to investors, you're trying to get your ideas into making them real, in real life. But have you ever thought about involving the government in this? For example, could the government sponsor at least some of your projects and then sell them to investors?
Well, partially the government helped us with giving us the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, but you know, the government fund is a really hard thing. But you know, our main goal in the event is just to prepare them for the first step. After then, they really should go for it. You know.
And how do you see the future of scientific research in Egypt, and what do you really need from the government to support you?
We need well, we need more events like these. We need more practical. We need more practical. We need to practice engineering more, not just memorize and not just pass the exam. We need projects like these. We need to have innovative. We need to have prizes for such projects. That's all.
And I think we need also some sort of exchanging experience. I mean, you need to contact other students, other engineering students from other universities, and try to think out of the box and be more creative. If you exchange ideas together, you guys, perhaps you can come with more creative ideas.
Yes, for sure. I think that will really help.
And what is the criteria on which you choose those who were awarded the prize, and how many engineers participated in this event?
There was about 150 engineers who participated in this event. The criteria of judging was about the relevance of the idea to our societies and how it will help us to improve our society and make it more smarter and depending on technology more. And other how it's really its ability to be converted into real life products, and how the team managed themselves, not how they distributed their roles. Also the judging criteria.
That's all. So what about the workshops that took place on the sidelines of this event?
Yes, the sessions really lasted from the 2/3 of the day, and the attendees were involved in the workshops to apply what they have listened in the lectures in order to practice them. So they practiced the business model and the financial statement and all of these managerial and entrepreneurship principles right away after they have heard about it. So it was really helpful for them, and it was really helpful for them in their projects to come out and to sort out their idea, make it into a really business applicable thing.
So you are trying to link engineers to the business life.
Of course.
The whole idea behind this event.
Yes, our main goal is to make sure that no idea is left behind because the stakeholders are not interested or because there are no sufficient funds. No, we help engineers use all their ideas by giving them enough skills to make them turn their ideas, their technological ideas, into business and startups and companies and so on.
And I believe also we have to link that to the problems facing the country when it comes to power, because
yes,
the issue of power and energy and renewable energy, all these issues are very hot issues right now. So this is a very good time for you to try and come up with good ideas now.
Yes, there was actually in the teams, there were 2 or 3 talking about solar energy. There were also teams who are wanting to use lights that use less power, but their idea wasn't really arranged and didn't fit into the business model. So
perhaps it needs to be refined.
Yes, it has to be very refined.
And can you tell us more about the juries of these competition?
The juries are successful entrepreneurs who already make career shifts from being engineers in multinational companies into making their own business and stuff that they are really passionate about. These juries are engineers who really could link engineering to management principles.
And how did you get this idea of making such events? Because we don't see here in Cairo in the engineering colleges that they make such events.
They do it a lot in AUC.
I don't know in AUC, but
in
Cairo University, in Ain Shams University, we haven't heard about making such ideas and events.
It's more about the need of the students. We, as a student branch, we serve the students. So once, for instance, our other program just graduated. Once someone told one of us, I don't really know what to do after I graduate. So we made an event about it, you know. That's how it all starts. Someone said, I don't know nothing about marketing, branding, and so on. So we decided to fill that gap by students help each other, you know. That's how student branches work. We fill the needs of the other students.
Okay, what are your upcoming plans or projects? Since this event is already over.
Yes, our very next project is Protons, which is, as I said, getting senior and the middle year schools, students, into making projects, engineering projects, like mine detecting robots, like applications on the App Store and on the iOS Store, home automation systems, and so on.
Okay. Well, Akrum Megahed, the engineering student, thank you very much for coming, and congratulations, first of all, and best of luck in the upcoming projects. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Akram. And with this, we come to the end of today's edition of the Breakfast Show. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow with a new crew.